Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus One. I'm Fleet Admiral Tirak of the heavy battlecruiser Ancient Kings, as we continue our campaign against the Romulan Star Empire. And last time, well, the tile that we're on of 1812 is free, and it's a planet, so let's get moving before the tile flips. Really, that's the primary thing. Unfortunately, it's going to be an anomaly mission. So last time, since we're going to be chilling out for a little while on the anomaly mission when it knocks out our engines, last time we managed to take the sideshow, this planet that was next to the Romulan homeworld of two Romulan homeworlds, we managed to actually knock that thing down into neutral territory. And then when we attacked it again, despite winning the battle, we didn't steal it. And I don't know why. So I'm kind of eager to get this thing on the road just to make sure that we actually grab the tile before it disappears on us. Otherwise, bad things could happen. Also, last time, in completely unrelated news, actually desperately related news, we had a significant audio glitch. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. It's an audio glitch that we've run into a couple of times on the streams, but we hadn't ever run into during normal recording. And so that has me quite concerned, because while recording Monday's episode of Rogue Tech, which some really cool things happened yesterday, didn't you? Because this is Saturday's episode, so you all saw Friday's episode. I'm really excited about that. So I was in the middle of recording Monday's episode, and once again, towards the end of the episode, suddenly all the sound is going choppy and terrible, and I don't know what's causing it, but it's frustrating the heck out of me because I don't want that to be part of what I'm doing. So I'm trying to figure it out. I know for a fact it's related to my audio system because I have like a virtual audio cable thing set up. So in order to improve the audio quality of the episodes, which I hope was noticeable. I'm not 100% on that, but I do hope that it showed through. And yeah, because of that, it seems to be chopping up my audio. So I have to kind of keep an eye on what my recording numbers are, because once it starts bouncing around and going crazy, then I know that all hell has broken loose. So with any luck, we will not have to suffer through that this episode, although I am keeping an eye on it, and if I need to, I will go back and re-record over it like I had to do for Monday's episode. But just to keep you abreast of the situation, we are working on it, we are attempting to resolve it, and I don't know if I've had time, because what I want to do is go back onto Thursday's episode and record over that as well to fix some of that. But I don't know if I've had time for it yet. Hopefully, maybe, but things have been very hectic for me this week, so I can't guarantee it. I will hope to try and get back to it, though. In other news, this heavy cruiser is a dead man. First of all, the anomaly has just knocked our systems offline, which is unfortunate because we have incoming pseudo frigates, which will do lots of damage to us, but on the bright side, he's a dead man. Being able to get an entire salvo out on one target like that, it makes the enemy incredibly vulnerable to our awesome firepower. I don't think that sentence actually made any sense, but you get the idea. We are able to just put out metric tons of firepower. We are packing 14 missiles at the end of the day in terms of damage. 14 missiles? We have the dial. It is ours now. We're also over 30,000 prestige. I could buy a planet at this rate. Hi, MET 10 Patrol. We're just going to keep the pressure up on the final remaining Romulan homeworld, which we don't know if it's Romulus or Remus. We still haven't come up with a solution on that one, but we've been thinking about it. But again, no actual solution to the problem. A single heavy cruiser is not capable of handling 14 missiles to the face, even if it does manage to grab some of them. It just doesn't happen. Light cruisers can't take a quick step salvo. Heavy cruisers can't take a full salvo. Some heavy cruisers can't even take the quick step salvo. Dreadnoughts can take a full salvo, but they're not happy about it. And planets, well, for planets we create giga salvos. And the Giga Salvo is 116 missiles, all of which are super fun and enjoyable to toss on someone. How did you show up at a range of 90? Was I just not looking at you? Well, in any event, you're a freighter, so I don't really care about you. So we'll be able to dump a quick step salvo on top of him. So let's send out a probe, find out how well equipped you are. If you're packing all of the anti-missile defense systems, we may have some trouble getting through. But I'm kind of hoping that I can trick you into being vulnerable to incoming fire. But you do have the shape of the ship that we normally do. It is a Marauder heavy cruiser. Yeah, it's the anti-missile destroyer. Or light cruiser. I'm going to call it a heavy war destroyer. So let's... I don't even really care about your FLPL. Your 2 plasma torpedoes and 4 phasers. Okay, that's actually not as bad as I was thinking. But still, we're going to do quick step salvo on top of him. We're going to start pulling away from the heavy war destroyer, because I don't want to have to get involved with that. Distance of 5 achieved. All of that. Start to pull away. All of that. He is dead. And what's your speed? 20? I can match that without too much trouble. I can hit 27 if I need to. But I'm just going to set you at stern and roll away because, well, I got to kill him first. I mean, yeah, you're closer, but priorities, man. I'm at war with these guys. You're just a pirate. Now, granted, all pirates should be destroyed and annihilated, but still. He's my actual enemy, technically. He's not going to survive this. Light cruisers don't survive this. Heavy cruisers, some of them will die to this. We talked about this. This is just death in a can right here for a good half of the ships in the game, probably. Not so much this guy, though. Unfortunately, he will be quite difficult to crush because of all of his point defense systems. He's packing 2 plasma D torpedoes as well as 2 anti-missile defense systems, in addition to his Lyran expanding sphere generators. I mean, he's tailor-made to be anti-missile. In fact, he is kind of designed in the way that I would have expected Lyran ships to be designed. And wait, we're so far we don't even see the shields. Oh, that was ugly. Alright, so he has deployed his fighters, and he's also gone up to a speed of 31. So let's get our defensive battery operating. Turn directly away from him, wait for the distance of 5. There's the flower, and there goes the death. Stand by, and the rest. I don't know if that'll get through. I'm hoping that does. I'm hoping this survives enough in order to cause his captain to decide that he needs to deploy a wild weasel, but it's gonna be tight. Nope, it did. Okay, it worked. So this ought to be interesting. We're gonna just keep away from his fighters for a little while. If I need to, I can get on top of him. I can actually outgun him in energy armament, so we're not exactly in too much danger from this guy. So we're just gonna sort of hold here at the edge of his range where, well, the fighters getting involved is actually pretty good for him. And his point defense system is actually engaging the real salvo. But the real salvo got mostly, well, some through actually, not much of at all got through. Let's pop the whole salvo on him, because he's about to have a bad day. And the missiles are a little bit closer than I probably should have made. But that's 36 plus 8. He's gonna have a bad day. 44 missiles come at you, you're not having good times. Although, the fighter could shoot down quite a few of them. Let's see what the fighter's gonna do. The fighter is mostly useless, it appears? Mostly useless, good. No, the fighter was very, very useful because he shot down the real missiles. He was intelligent. I hate it when my enemies are intelligent. I think we've burned through his anti-missile defense systems, but he does then have the rest of the anti-missile defense systems. Jeez, this guy is... The kit on this ship is just impressive. And really kind of emphasizes why missiles are not the ultimate domineering force in the galaxy. Yeah, they're strong, especially in the way that we can use them, but at the end of the day... Well, if you build enough anti-missiles into your ship, you're gonna win that fight. Because you will probably be able to burn through all of their fire before they can completely kill you. We've only dealt 40 damage at a time, or a little bit more than that actually. But still, his point defense is just startlingly effective, although I think we burned him down. Yeah, we burned it down. He's dead now. The rest of the missile salvo is going to come in and it's going to tear our ship apart. Amusingly enough, we didn't actually get close enough to see whether either of those ships had shields. We know they do. Like, we do. Those ships do have shields. But we never got close enough to actually get detection of that on our sensors. Which, or maybe we did. Maybe briefly. The Empire defense of this location is down to 31. Let's pop over here and say hi. We're also going to come... we don't need to do this. We're going to go supplies, patch up the little bit of damage that we took earlier on. It was a couple of plasma torpedo hits as a stern, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to reload on all the missiles. Oh, it's lovely. It's been a while since we've had resupply, so it's nice to get stuff, especially Marines. I had totally forgotten about that. Hopefully I wouldn't have forgotten about that in the next mission that we did of the planetary assault. So we'll get ourselves back up to maximum Marines, back up to full-on mines. We're fully equipped. Ancient Kings. Just got a brand new coat of paint, too, I assume. We were in there for a little while. We'll take this ship, the Homeworld Assault. I'm not about to take a surprise reversed when that would be so boring. Actually, no, I probably should have taken the surprise reversed. That would be easy points. Why am I making this harder on myself? Red alert. Increase speed. We are being escorted today by the Glorious Hunt, who is clearly just a missile carrier. Not even, like, shoots missiles, but he holds missiles to load into our ships, which I think is a bit of a waste. As well as the Heavy Advanced Bombardment Cruiser, Warclaw. Excellent name for a heavy bomber cruiser. It is a PLPH, but we came to fight with full loads. So we're not exactly concerned. Get ourselves up to combat cruise speed. We need to nail them with a lot of firepower in relatively short order. because he's heading towards us at quite the clip. We want to be opening fire well before he decides that he needs to cloak. I'm going to send a probe just to make sure that he is in fact the only one. He is not, so we're going to pull away. I don't need to, honestly. I really don't. Yeah, we're going to quick step salvo this. First missiles. And drop back. So he is, wow, 2 plasma Rs, 2 plasma Ds. That's just a really nice loadout. He will have enough firepower to cut through pretty much anybody's shield, but at the same time, well defended from missiles. We will not give him an opportunity to cut through our shields by just overwhelming that capability for missiles. What's his design? It is a D5, okay. I like the D5 design. I think it's very nice. Very sleek, while still fitting in with the rest of the D7 design. We're just gonna set him to stern and hope that the glorious Hunt does not get into too much trouble while we wait for the KDP to get shelled. He's still not increased his speed high enough to be able to avoid these missiles. He needs to get above 24, but given the geometry, I don't think he's going to avoid it. We're going to start turning, and he's already begun to engage with point defense, and there's his break. And that's gotten him killed, by the way. The stop, well, oh, he's got pseudo-frigates. Interesting. If you cloak right now, you could save yourself. And I don't think he has... Yeah, he didn't have any point defense system. He did something which caused the Wild Weasel to be cancelled, because we didn't kill it. Alright, we got the FHM-X. I'm not quite sure what you're kitted with, but it doesn't really matter. And I think I was about to open fire. And the reason why I was about to open fire is because Warclaw is going to blast him with 44 missiles in short order. Maybe not, because Warclaw is, of course, reliant on slow drones because of the way that the AI handles what missiles they're given. But I anticipate a cloaking device. But maybe not. Let's jump on top of him then. Tractor beam engage. 1 rack. Out into him. Bait out the Wild Weasel. If it's good enough... Nope, it was not good enough. Full power, full power. And then... this missile rack. And then this missile rack. And that'll ensure everybody dies. We're also going to come in here. We're going to set up our defense. Point defense phasers, please engage. I'd like to keep the rear shield, but... well, it's probably going to go down. Wait, really? You shot down every single one of those missiles? Oh, that's unfortunate. 1 got back. Now, Glorious Hunt should probably get the heck out of there, but Warclaw is actually in a really good position. He's demonstrated that he has no Wild Weasel at this point, so he's incredibly vulnerable. I don't know why he's not firing. That's our salvo. Okay, we've finished contributing to the battle. Let's slow down and just set ourselves on course for the planet. At this point, if the Warclaw can't kill this guy, then there's nothing that we can do about it. Although he has been critically opened up just by the phasers of the Warclaw alone. Warclaw deciding that even though he's a heavy bombardment cruiser, he shall not give in to those stereotypes. He shall fight with all might, with the likes of which the enemy is not used to. Oh, never mind, Warclaw has opened fire. Oh, that's a bad day for him. He's cloaking. He's gonna go for the cloak. Yeah, that did not save you. Oh, he tried at the very last second. He used his brain and was like, I can survive this if I do this right. And then, well, his timing was poor. Alright, let's wipe out a planet. Not entirely. I mean, that would be a little bit ridiculous, but we can pound this planet into mostly slag. Slow down the speed of time and commence bombardment. Missile... oh, because we had a whole bunch of other missiles that are currently flying through space because they never actually hit the target. But we're going to build the entire massive 116 missile salvo. We have the technology and the desire. So 3 full salvos of MIRVs, as well as 1 full salvo of normal missiles. We would put out more missiles. Unfortunately, we only have so many good drone control links. I really wish I could get more on here, but it just does not seem to be possible. And another salvo, and we'll get 1 more salvo, and that'll be it. Also make sure that we come in here. We need forward shield reinforcement to full power. Let's not get ourselves killed doing this. That would, of course, be very unfortunate. So we're up to 72, and then another 36, and then we drop back slightly and let the rest of the missiles go in. That way they're less likely to be shot at, because we would like to get all of the heavy missiles to hit. Alright, almost charged. Also, we're going to have to deal with incoming.
Emergency.
And stop. This is the small refinement to the plan for dealing with planets. The emergency stop to keep us at distance. Instead of coasting in to get reasonably close, actually. So the emergency stop, I believe, is a perfectly sound strategy to avoid this incoming plasma torpedo. And let's start to kick up the speed, because now we can go in. By the time that hits, I don't think he's going to have a whole lot left. He shot down some of them. He tracted more. Yeah. 138 plus 181. Oh, that is 219 damage. He took it. I mean, I gotta give him props for taking the damage. Not many ships would have. But a planet can take it. A starship, no. Starship would die. There is no starship that can survive that many missiles. I don't care who you are. Because even if you only count them as the stock missiles, we are firing 18 MIRVs in addition to 8 normal missiles. So 18 plus the 8 is a 26. So 26 times 24. And there you have your math on how badly he just died. It is 26 times 24, actually. 240 twice is 480. Plus another 4, which is 24 times 4 is 48. Plus 48 is 96. Plus 480 is... God, I was never this good at math. Is a grand total of 576 damage. There is not a ship in this game that can take that. Plus all the additional follow-ups. I mean, we're just wasting missiles because we have the free missiles to waste. But there's no reason for us to have to do this. The planet's already been slagged. He's down to 2 Marines on board. Let's get ourselves in there. So wait for us to get within range. 8, 7, 6, a little bit more, and beam in the Marines. Alrighty, we're all done with that. Let's just wait for them to finish grabbing everything. And as soon as you have it, we can leave and get another 670 prestige? Oh yeah, these missions pay out quite nicely. And if we really want to cheese these missions, we can always just sort of do this on the side, as long as we have enough space to pull it off. Because we have to travel to speed of 24 in order to do this. So if we get chased by someone doing it at a speed of 31, we have to increase the speed. That makes the salvos get a little bit stretched out. It's not great. But yeah, that's a sound amount of prestige. The Empire defense is down to 26. Oh, the Romulan Empire is struggling. Losing their planets loses their economy. We lost 5 Marines because we beamed them over. And restock all the missiles. Cost us almost 200 to do that. But hey, they're incredibly powerful. We'll take an MAT-10 patrol real quick. Just try and boost our way through it to have that done. And ready all stations. And who are we? We have the Ace of Spades, who is packing a single R-type plasma torpedo, 2 D-type plasma torpedoes, in addition to his not insignificant 8 Phaser X armament and 4 Phaser 3s. So not terrible. I mean, not amazing, but not terrible. We gotta give him some credit for it. It's pretty good. I'm gonna give him a 4.5 out of 10. He tried. Increase the speed of time. We're gonna zip on through. Hey, there's our target. It's a K7, and I saw something else. I thought I saw something else. Apparently not. Okay, we're going to go this, and then engage. Get ourselves up to speed so that we can do the full mighty salvo, because it's just him, and he's not going to be able to survive the full mighty salvo. Although, we're going to get a little bit closer than we probably want to. 4, 3. I'll slow down a bit more, because we're about to fire the rest of our missiles. It's going to be glorious and beautiful. And those. Wait for it. Wait for the pop. And those. And break off. And full power to engines. And commence an immediate turn. We're getting out of here. He won't survive this salvo. We know that much. We've basically got him completely done in, and there's nothing he can do about it. I felt the need. So we're just going to keep away from him. Hopefully our friend, the Ace of Spades, does not stupidly try and get too close to this guy. Let's drag him back into the missiles, because the AI is attempting a pursuit course. Nope, he's stopping. Amazingly enough, he didn't actually have any D-type plasma torpedoes. Send the probe, see if the probe gets there first. I think it will. 2 R's, 2 S's. That's not bad, actually. He's a fairly decent Klingon Romulan design. I give him a 7 out of 10. And he's alive? Holy crap, open fire disruptors. Moderate damage only, apparently. Drop it on speed. Give him the hull, because I don't imagine there's much of this ship left. I just want to make sure. Congratulations, sir, you are receiving a treatment that most planets only get. So let's set him to harsh stern and to run, baby. And you can deal with all of this fun. I don't think he's got any power left. There's the whole ship is just in flames. And boom. Well, the Ace of Spades got to fire, but he didn't get to do anything. Which is pretty common if you're not an advanced bombardment cruiser. Oh, she's a lovely, lovely ship. Although, updated models would not go right. Alright, let's see how much prestige it was worth. 200. Not terrible. And the planet is down to 21. It is getting closer and closer to vulnerable, but that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I list one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.